Yo guys, what is up? It is your boy Zerm, and today we're making our 652 subscriber Q&A for you guys. Now, I just woke up and I realized that I'm a lot more tired than I thought. So, I'm gonna get some gammon and I'll be right back in a second. Alright boys, we're back. We got the gamma and we're ready to go. Now first of all, in the background we have a sweet sniping gameplay. I start off doing horrible, and then out of nowhere I pick it up going like a 20 something kill streak, and then I get some trick shots in. I don't hit anything unfortunately, but it's a great gameplay, so just watch that in the background. You know, it's pretty sweet. In my videos I normally don't have the most insane gameplays, and one day I was like, you know what, I'm gonna take this gameplay because it was pretty nice. As you can tell, I just totally fucked that guy up. But anyways, the first question comes from Agility. He says, can you hit the most insane clip ever? And my answer to that is probably not, because there's so many people in the community that go for insane things, but it does also take a bit of luck. Like, you get a 5 on, and then you turn around, and there's a 5-man collide. Like, if that happened, then you can hit the best clip ever, but that is 100% luck, or, 50% luck, but it does take a whole bunch of luck, so there is a chance, but probably not. Anyways, next question. It comes from Fast Graphics. He says, can I be in the Q&A? No, you can't. Now we have Red Rocket. He says, my name is Juan. My cousin's name is Jose. If 19 plus 10 equals 21, what's the square root of Juan's cousin? Obviously, it would be 3/5 of Jose. Then we have Air Zappai, and he says, have you been keeping up with the Wii trickshotting community? And actually, no, I haven't. If you guys didn't know, there actually is a Wii trickshotting community. You can look at their top 5 plays and stuff. The trick shots are like when first trickshotting was invented, like back in Modern Warfare 2, a little 180s, but I guess distant matters in the Wii, or distance. So, I don't know, it's kind of funny, but you have to use those like controller things to spin around, so I guess it's harder. But anyways, next we have Red Zeno, and he says, are you going for the Red RC? And no, I'm not. I'm actually going to go for the Era RC. You know, there's so much people going for the Red RC, and I think that, you know, I'm just going to take my time more with it. Now, yeah, that's all I'm going to say, but next we have Frag NR, and he says, who is your COD inspirations? Trickshotting Zymzy for sure. He's absolutely insane. Man must have like 12 fingers or some shit, because like I don't know how the fuck he does it. He must have a scuff with like 20 paddles. But anyways, sniping, there's this guy in red that I can't remember. Damn it, bro. He's absolutely insane. But apart from him, FaZe Blue, he's just amazing at like a whole bunch of different games, and you know, I think it would be cool to be great at all kinds of different games. So, you know, that's just really cool. And I started watching him. He actually like made me get motivated into sniping, I think, from watching his stream or something, and actually going for clips, because I used to snipe just for fun and I wouldn't snipe for clips. So yeah. Alright, next question. We have Christopher Cotton. He says, can you even name all the knacks? And no, I cannot name all the knacks. Probably not, because there's a lot of knacks, and I can probably name like 3 knacks. Or 4. Alright, next question. We have Squad Mundi, and he says, how long have you been sniping? Well, I've actually been sniping since I started playing the game, which is like Black Ops 1, and I went back in Call of Duties and like played the ones before Black Ops 1, of course, all the way back till COD 4. Once I got Black Ops 1, but that was my first Call of Duty, and I've been sniping on and off ever since. Now, I never really sniped for clips since Black Ops, since Call of Duty Ghosts. About halfway through, I decided, hey, I'm gonna go for clips, I'm gonna try to join a team, but I used to just snipe for fun, so yeah, that's that. Okay, next we have Dev Versim Pouchy, and he says, can you not? And he spelt it as a knot, and I can tie a knot, so I cannot. I don't know. Wait, is that even how you spell knot? Let me fucking look this up. Yes, I do believe that's correct. Alright, next question. We have Monty, and he says, do you wear Crocs and jean shorts, faggots? And of course I do. You know, it's all about that style nowadays. The fashion magazine, kids fashion magazine. I'm always up in the crib with the new designs and clothing like that shit, so, you know, obviously. Next question, we got Devoted. He said, why am I such a fuck up? Just because you are. And then we have Ricky 11 Hill. Said, what made you want to enter the adult movie business? You know, it's just been going on with my whole family, so I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna pick it up and I'm gonna go into it. So yeah. Next off, we have Psycho Paulson. He says, what made you start sniping? I think it's Face Blue, watching his streams, just motivating me. And then, next we have Josh Rice US. He said, how you get the name Zerm? I don't know. And my favorite YouTubers have already said, just my inspirations, like I told you guys. I actually have no idea how I got Zerm though, bro. But AW or BO2? Probably BO2 because it's less annoying, but I like to be up in the new games and everything. We got a question here that says, what's your most embarrassing story? But that's just way too long, so I'm not going to tell you that. I'll save it for a different video. Hope you enjoyed this Q&A though, and have an awesome day. Peace out.